what is the number one thing you should actually be doing and saying in the about section? And you should have understanding of your customer. That's what it should be communicating. That's the number one thing it should be communicating, is the empathy you have of your customer, and whether you're making them feel like they are in the right place, that they are talking to the right person or the right company. So even if even the about section is not about you, it's about how your story is going to help them, or how your business's mission or principles or values are going to help them. That is still what the aim needs to be. And a little known fact is that the about section is usually the number one most hit after the homepage. So a lot of people are sleeping on the about section, but it's actually one of the most important pages. It's something that people go to right after, and a lot of people don't think they do, but they absolutely do, and the data shows. Imagery. So having the right images can tell a story with just looking at the image, can tell so many stories, and helping the customer understand something even quicker than text or video can if it's the right picture, right? So that's very important. And pictures can be twofold, honestly. It can, one, you have to worry about the speed of the website, and the images hold a lot of data, so it can actually drag the website down in many instances. So more than just a second. And then the other is the actual, the design, the communication, and helps the brand authority, helps lift it up as well. Because if you have low resolution pictures on a site, it already kind of puts you down in terms of authority, and just because people expect better these days, especially mobile. So that's another thing to think about, of like how are these images used mobile as well. The other thing is making sure that your images are what's called optimized, and again, it's still kind of little known by people that aren't website designers, but images play a huge factor in the speed of your site. It's tremendous how like just uploading a few images can start really dragging your site. So make sure they're optimized. So make sure to check with your webmaster or whoever that your images are fully optimized. And the other thing is making sure that the file name. This is another little known thing. A tip is making sure that the file name helps distinguish to Google what the image is about and who it's for. So this can also help with SEO. So and it makes sense because Google does actually read the file name, and then along with the alt text. So an alt text is one way that you can directly tell Google what this is about. Okay, because Google will read the file name, then it will also read the alt text. Because to Google, an image doesn't mean anything unless it has an alt text. And if you don't, and an alt text is just as a parameter within the coding of a website. I know I'm getting a little technical. I'm trying, but if you just mention alt text to your website, a webmaster, they should know what it is, and making sure. And I can't tell you how many times with huge sites even that the alt text is not filled out, and the file name is not uploaded correctly, and that can play a huge part in SEO. Every little thing matters because it's all about helping Google understand what this is and what it's for. So hope that one helps. Branding. Okay, so let's talk about one of what I feel is a huge part of your authority, and that helps make you an expert super quick. At least, at face value, which first impressions are very, very important, as I'm sure you know. And with branding specifically, I'm talking about the logo, the typography, and the color scheme. All those work together, and they work harmoniously together. And they want to be consistent throughout the site. And that is definitely a huge problem with many, many businesses, that it's not consistent, and it may not be up to date, or maybe giving off the wrong impression. Successful brands are consistent, they give an experience, they have a purpose and a vision. So how are you making what? So when you look at your brand, your colors, when I say typography, I mean font. So it's the font of your brand. Do you feel like you cover all of those things, right? Would you say it's consistent throughout the site? Does it give off a sense of purpose, a sense of vision? Those things are very important and can help build tremendous trust super, super quickly with the person at the other end of the computer that is hopefully willing to do business with you. Did you know that you are 53 times more likely to be on the first page of Google if you have a video embedded on your website? And 68% of consumers prefer watching an explainer video than doing anything else on your website. On top of that, video is easier to digest and it's easier for mobile users. And the list goes on. There are so many different aspects of video that are super beneficial, especially to the here and now, especially to people that want things now instead of reading, because many people would prefer watching video than reading, especially visual type learners. So what I would suggest is figure out how to add video into your brand, and I'll be covering some more of this with some of the future videos of how businesses can design and implement video strategy into their company for more brand awareness, and to help boost that as well, help boost their brand awareness with the videos. Because another big thing you have to think about is that Google is the #1 search engine in the world. We all know that. But YouTube is the second most used search engine in the world. And it's for a good reason. Many people like watching video and just go straight to YouTube and bypass Google for many different things. And Google also owns YouTube. So obviously, I think it's twofold. I think one, YouTube is definitely used as a tool, and it's a fantastic tool. They believe in video. They believe it will be a great tool and right hand for many different types of businesses. And the other is that they own YouTube. So obviously, if you use that in conjunction with your site, they will probably have some beneficial aspects to it, simply because Google owns YouTube. That's just my speculation, but I definitely believe it to be true. So again, try to find, try to do a video a week, or so you need to figure out how to add video to help amplify your brand soon, because usually if you don't, others will in your industry, and they'll be reaping the benefits. And you deserve those benefits. So I would definitely suggest at least start thinking about it, start pondering, considering the idea as well. Thank you so much for watching this video and for giving it some of your time. I'm very, very grateful for your time if you watch this, and I really hope that these 12 aspects helped you, that these 12 elements helped you understand and get a better understanding of the fundamentals of a great website, right? So again, I have a checklist. I have a downloadable checklist in the description below for you to use, and as a reference guide for different things that you may need. And if you could like and comment on the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Please comment with what surprised you and which elements you're going to implement. So again, this is Lewis from L&B Productions. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.